We've always had room in our hearts for film and TV, not just on Netflix, but tape and disc and theaters. And also, God forbid that they take it all away and leave us nothing to broadcast to loyal listeners. We'll binge watch every single movie, so you don't have to. What else are we here for? Coming to you every week. Listen to us while you're busy. Luckily, we forgot to grow up. Hey everybody, it's Craig.
Hey, it's Scott.
Hey, it's Andrew.
Welcome to episode number 78 of the Forgot to Grow Up podcast. On this week's episode, we're going to do something that some people would consider blasphemous, and others would consider to be the status of Hollywood currently. And we're going to recast a movie, or three, or
and hopefully do it better.
A handful. Yeah, see, that we're basically executives at like Disney. And then we're going to talk about what we watched this week, and it's probably going to include some movies, some TV shows, maybe a comedy special or two, and that's going to be it. So, which of you two gentlemen would like to start with your proposition for a film recast?
Well, Scott,
Yes.
I have two that I'm probably going to direct at you, so I'm going to start with Craig.
Oh shit.
Craig, I want you to cast, and this is a big project, but I know you don't like the movies, so I want to see who you would put into them. I want you to recast Ocean's 11.
See, I don't...
Give me a group of 11 guys you think could work well on screen
11
together.
11 guys.
11. Or girls. They could be
11,
females too.
11 individuals I think could work well together on screen.
Yeah.
That is a heavy order.
Well, it doesn't help that I don't... Like, I'm not super familiar with the original film. So...
Okay, give me two leaders, two main guys.
So you need like a planning guy and
Rusty.
I need a guy
the guy who does the execution, the right-hand man.
I need a guy who would appear smart.
Yeah,
Yes.
you need your captain and you need your lieutenant.
And maybe a little seasoned for like the lead, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not too
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Jason Bateman as number one.
Oh,
As
I
number
like
one.
that. I like
Ooh,
that.
Yeah, okay.
I could see that working. Okay.
Okay, and then...
He's that right age for that too. I
Yeah,
believe him as
that
seasoned.
works.
Yeah.
But he's also not that old where I'm like, yeah, no, he's maybe a little too past his prime to be doing this kind of thing. Okay, I got that. I like that.
For number two, I'm going to cast... Oh man, this is getting tougher the further I go.
See, for some reason I can see like Dak Shepard doing that role, but this is up to you.
No, that's a good pick. He hadn't even come into my mind. I have a bunch of other guys floating around in my head. But we'll go with
We'll
Dak.
throw them out. We'll fit them into
We'll
the
go
roles.
with Dak Shepard. So immediately comes to mind, as soon as you say a bunch of guys, I have Jason Mantzoukas on my list. Obviously.
Okay.
Carrie Elways.
Okay.
I know it's a weird mix, but
Carrie Elways could be what's his face? The detonator guy.
he feels like he would fit in
can't
this
remember
kind
his
of
name.
movie, which is why I picked him.
I'm trying to. Jason Mantzoukas could be one of the twins.
Yeah, one of the brothers.
Yeah.
He would work well as one of the brothers.
Okay.
So then who would you cast the other side of that though?
Like as his twin?
Yeah. Or just
Okay,
do
well-
both of them and have a weird body double.
Have him do both roles? No,
Yeah.
you need someone who kind of looks Greek. Okay, so now I gotta go.
I can't help you on this one.
I'm Googling Greek actors.
You don't want to do like a twins version of this where you put like Nick Kroll in that role?
No, I couldn't do that. You know what? Hold up. I'm gonna Google something.
I thought Craig was supposed to be doing the casting.
I'm working.
Yeah,
on it.
I thought we were
but-
just helping him.
So I've got
I am helping him.
I've got four so far, right? I've got Jason Bateman, Dak Shepard, Jason Mantzoukas, and Carrie Elways. I kind of feel like this kind of film needs a Neil Patrick Harris in it.
Who would Neil Patrick Harris be?
He doesn't have to be a protagonist.
Well, I would say he would kind of be able to fit into like Ocean's 12 as
Yeah.
like the Eddie Izzard role.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah,
sense,
yeah. He could do that one. Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm remembering
Either
his
that
role
or
correctly.
he could do like Linus, just that kind of awkward like.
Yeah,
Come on,
Linus,
guys.
Yeah, like I could see that a little bit.
As the
Like,
Matt Damon character. Yeah.
It would be a little
But-
different because he's not as youthful as Matt Damon was in that role at the time.
I'll say I kind of want to see like. Oh fuck! I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The guy from Blue Bloods with the mustache. He played
Tom
Magnum.
Selleck?
Tom Selleck. Like I kind of want to see him as like the guy who just funds everything.
Oh yeah, as
See him in the Reuben role.
Ruben. You're right. Yeah, not Saul. Ruben. I always get those two names mixed up.
Yeah, Alan Arkin could do a pretty solid Reuben.
Okay, so I've got 4 and a potential 5
Okay.
with Neil Patrick Harris. I put him down as number 12. I know. I'm making my life so much more difficult.
Okay, you need
That's
a
what I was
guy.
just
You need a
thinking,
guy.
I'm
You need a card dealer.
I need a card dealer.
Yeah, you need the guy who plays Bernie Mac.
Oh. A card dealer.
Well, he's also like he's the undercover guy, like the inside
Yeah.
man guy. Is the other way to put it too. Who's also very intimidating.
I kind of want to put James Roday in that role.
I'm blanking on who that is.
He's the guy who
Psych.
plays Sean on Psych.
He seems like he'd be.
Oh, okay.
He seems like he'd be, like, undercover enough.
Okay. Okay.
That could work.
Maybe.
I could see that working.
But then in that case, are you going to make Lassie? Are you going to make him play the Terry Benedict character, like the guy who they're ripping off?
Yeah, that could work for me.
We're already gone past the 11 as it is. Why not throw in the villain?
You're just taking people off my potentials list here.
There we go.
Well, I
So
would
he's
want
Okay.
to
filled
put
spots 12 and 13. I just
So
gotta fill the rest
wait,
of the 11 out.
for the twins, did you just double down on Jason Mantzoukas?
Well, I've got Jason Mantzoukas in there once. I can't think of
Okay.
another guy who looks like
Who's the
him
other
that I would
twin then?
want to cast somewhere.
Yeah.
Who would you pair with him? I don't think he needs to be identical because I don't think the
No.
other two look anywhere near like they're
No.
brothers at all.
No. But you need someone with the same olive skin tone.
You could do Russell
no.
Brand. I don't want him there.
Fuck no. Fuck no. I don't want him in this movie. Okay, I want a movie I'm gonna go see. Like, I would
I like that.
I would say David Schwimmer, but like 90s David Schwimmer.
Yeah, it's hard to cast that.
Yeah.
You could switch up the role. It doesn't have to be a brother.
That's
We could do
Throw a
Colby.
sister in there.
We could go Colby Smulders. I wanted to put
I like
her.
that.
I wanted to put her in somewhere, and I think that would fit.
I kind of. Yeah, why not? We'll throw her
why
in there.
Colby Smulders?
Because she was the first one that came to mind.
Like Ted Mosby makes more of sense with Jason Mantzoukas because they both have the crazy curly hair.
That doesn't matter. I'm gonna make one
Colby
of them. I'm
Smulders.
gonna make
Okay.
one of them more straight laced. I don't know. I'm changing the character now.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know them at all.
I feel like you're just doubling down on characters from shows you watch.
That is my knowledge base, man.
All the
So
way out
far-
to go from.
What do you want from me?
That's fair. Okay, so
You
we got
know
the
Wayne
twins.
Brady's gonna be in there somewhere.
So we got the twins. We got the rich guy. We have the two leaders, right? Twins, rich guy, 2 leaders. Plus we got Linus.
Yep.
So that's 6.
Yep.
We got our detonator as Carrie Elways.
Yep. So that's 7. I'm at 7.
We need Saul. You need the imposter. You need the con man who
The elder
changes his
gentleman.
appearance. Yeah, the guy I pitched Alan Arkin as, but you can do anyone. Maybe
Maybe Alan Arkin.
Michael Caine. You need an old guy who can dress up as someone else.
Old guy who can dress up as someone else. Does he have to be old?
Yeah,
Like that's necessary to the character.
yeah, that absolutely has to be
Because
he's the
draws a
ranking
little bit
old
of
timer.
yeah, and it brings in some respect out from it too, like for the roles he's impostering. It's like you don't
Harrison
question it.
Ford.
Ooh,
fight. Oh,
I like that.
Oh,
I like
shit.
hang on.
that. I like that.
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
That could work. I could see that.
I'll stick with that, but I might make a change to one of my other ones. I want the rich financier to be James Earl Jones instead.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Yeah,
So
I
we're
like
still
that.
we're standing at 8 now. We need 3 more.
Yeah.
You need your tech guy.
Tech guy. Hannibal Buress.
Okay. Of all people, I never would have guessed Hannibal, but I'll give it
Yeah.
to you.
I could hear him. I can hear his voice in that role. Like him in a pair of glasses, like thick rimmed glasses.
Okay.
It just
okay.
it just seems like he can play it. He doesn't his personality doesn't have to be intelligent. He's an actor and a
That's true.
comedian.
Okay. So who do we need now? Now you need the Grease Man.
I need the Grease.
Yeah, you need the yen replacement.
Huh.
So someone smaller in stature who could fit into tight spaces. It's a little bit more athletic and flexible.
God damn, that's a hard rule to fit.
I think this is your last guy, if I'm counting
I've got
correctly.
2 left on mine.
2 left.
Yeah, I was at 9. So
Well,
this is
see-
10 and 11.
Andrew counted the bad guy as one of the 11.
know it.
Oh.
Well, I'm just looking along here, like the casting.
Yeah.
Okay, because we have our Clooney and our Pitt, right?
Okay, I've got
Yeah.
Jason Bateman, Dax Shepard,
Yeah. Okay.
Jason Mantzoukas.
So our Jason Mantzoukas, he
And-
was one of the twins.
yeah, Colby Smulders. the
Kobe
other
Smulders is the other one. Okay.
one. Yep. I've
Who-
got
your okay, your card guy. That was James Rhodey, right?
yep.
Okay, your rich financier. That was James Earl Jones. Okay. So there's the twins. Boom, boom. Your tech guy. You just said he
Hannibal
was Hannibal Buress. Okay. So now we're on yen. You got Saul. That's your old guy.
That was Harrison Ford.
Harrison
That's
Ford, right?
Yep.
Then Matt Damon,
I'm only counting 10. then.
right? Well, Matt Damon was what's his name?
What are we missing?
He was Barney.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris, right? Is that not all of them? Oh,
I
your
think
demo
it's-
guy.
I
Your
think-
demo guy. Yeah, because your demo guy was
Carrie Elways.
Carrie Elways, right?
Yeah.
So you got them all.
I think it was the confusion was we hadn't decided. I don't think he decided completely on Neil Patrick Harris or not.
Well, you guys weren't sure if he was gonna fit,
Well, we made him
so
fit.
now he's in there. Now he's on my
We
list.
squeezed
of
him
11.
in there.
So
You just
then-
need your grease man.
Oh, that one's a tough one to fit. Who is small and athletic?
Well, they don't necessarily have to be very athletic
No.
because
Who
you
is
could just use a stunt
small?
person. But
They don't
small,
even
like,
really have to be small. Like, it just got to be a guy you could do something with. Because you
Well,
don't have to have the exact same story.
or girl.
I
think
just
this
want it
would
to
a
be
great
90% the same.
female role too. I think
Like,
this
you
would
don't
be-
need someone who can, like, do the flips that he does. You know,
Yeah,
you can get someone who
put
can just,
a
like,
stunt
bend
person
really
that does
weird.
that, Yeah.
That's a good one. I kind of do want to cast this one as a girl.
I think it would fit. It'd fit and switch it up a little
Can
bit too.
can we get Michael Rooker into this cast somehow?
Can you put him in as like a like double? You should partner him and Woody Harrelson as like casino security guards or something.
Because I can see Michael Rooker as like the Frank Catton. Like I can see him as the card guy, but a little better than James Roday. Like I could probably see James Roday as more of like the Roman guy in Ocean's 12.
So that would take him off this list entirely.
I just want to see I just like Michael Rooker in this cast.
Is he wearing dark sunglasses all the time?
Yeah,
With a
obviously.
with a
And
greasy
he's-
ass ponytail?
Yeah, and he's blue,
He doesn't have to be blue.
but he has to have the sunglasses.
But he's the guy that's got to like no, he's not the one that has to be able to dress up. But he does have to play different parts. Okay. No, I could see him instead of James Roday was was a nod to Psych that I was squeezing in there.
Yeah.
So, the last part. Tell me more about the characters so that I can come up with a better answer than...
For Yen?
Yeah.
You can't understand him, but everyone else can because he speaks Cantonese or Mandarin or something.
Okay.
He is a very small man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
part of a
very...
circus act?
he's an acrobat.
Yeah, like that's where you meet. That's how you're introduced to him. He's performing in an acrobat performance,
And that's it. That's pretty much it. He can just do shit.
and then he's the guy who squeezes into like they hide
Small
him.
spaces.
They hide him in like the fake or like not fake safe, but they're like in a little. I don't know what to call it. They hide him in a cart. That's what it was. It was a cart with a little compartment for him to hide in, and then he sneaks out into this vault and has to jump over and place the bombs so that they can blow the vault.
I don't
That's
know.
pretty much all his character. It is a big ensemble
It is
cast.
it is
Not everyone gets a lot of time.
This is a tough one. This is probably the hardest one to fill.
Which is funny because he's a small guy.
Yeah.
So he fills things quite easily.
I don't have anything.
You know
I'm
what?
trying. I'm blanking.
It doesn't have to be a super short dude.
I'm not even thinking super short dude. I'm actually thinking
Think a guy-
Asian woman,
maybe
believe it or not.
Asian woman.
Yeah.
I know like two.
Exactly. I'm blanking. I feel like that would be like if I was casting this movie, I'd be like, we're not gonna fill.
Ming-Na Wen's pretty badass. Maybe she could like scale across the ceiling or something.
We're not gonna fill this last role with. We're not gonna invite anyone in particular. We'll just put it out to casting with a general description of who we're looking for, and find them. Would be how I would cast that one.
Bring an up-and-comer up.
Exactly. I don't want to. I don't have an easy role for that. We need somebody on the list that's like coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, I like
Give
that.
them their shot. Work with a bunch of mid-level actors and Harrison
Harrison
Ford.
Ford.
So like Gabe
I'm
from The
so
Office.
happy you did that.
Yeah, like Gabe from The Office. I guess we should give James Earl Jones a little bit of credit too.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
very true. I
yeah.
just like that we both thought of Harrison Ford. right
Double
away.
down on Star Wars.
Well, it seemed like a good fit. I like him as an old
Yeah.
guy.
And he'd very much fit because Saul's very grumpy throughout the whole
That's
thing.
Yeah.
perfect because
Him
James
and-
Earl Jones is either Darth Vader or a awful person.
It's the voice. It's so sinister.
Yeah, and his character on Field of Dreams is very cynical.
I haven't watched that movie since I was a kid.
You
It was
sh-
VHS. It was definitely VHS.
You should. It is fantastic.
I've heard that, but yeah. So are we done casting?
That's-
I think that's it.
That's all
Okay.
I've got.
I think we just got Rivers 11 out.
Good call. Good call. I like that. The true reboot.
Absolutely. Okay, so Craig, I asked you, so now it's your turn to ask one of us.
Fuck. I'm putting this out to both of you because my pick.
Okay.
My pick sucks
Okay.
hard. Like I didn't want to do this to anyone, but it's the only thing that came to mind that could be fun. And since you just put me through hell,
Yeah.
guess what,
that's
guys?
Hit me.
Recast Star Wars: A New Hope with
fair. Oh.
current actors. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
I was
when you say this-
I was really
so-
hoping no one would do this because I hate this like premise, but I'll go with it.
So
'cause it's
are we
part of it.
recasting just like the main people? I don't have to like recast R2D2 or C3PO?
No. Although you
Okay.
you could recast a voice for C3PO, but you don't have to recast R2D2 because that would be ridiculous.
Can I do Cleveland and Quagmire as C3PO and R2D2?
That seems really lazy.
That seems slightly like it would change this to Blue Harvest.
That is really lazy.
Well, okay, for Luke Skywalker,
Yep. I want to see if what you guys come up with is anywhere close
can I
to
be
my
super
initial.
fucking lazy and put Daisy Ridley in there somewhere? Because I love her.
I could see her as a Leia.
See, I see her more as a
I
Luke
don't-
than a Leia.
I don't
That
know.
works too. If we're doing recast, why not?
Now I have to decide. Do I want you to be able to like separate it from the universe, or do I want us to assume that everybody else is like all the other movies remain untouched, except the original trilogy? Obviously.
I don't know. That's up to you, man.
Yeah,
That's up
it's
to
weird.
You.
Are we? Because
then
in
if
reality,
you
this will
start
never
taking
really
other
happen.
if you're starting to take other Star Wars characters and move them around. All right, now I'll let you keep on that strain. Just keep them to a minimum.
Okay.
I'll
So
allow
I'm
it, but watch yourself, McCoy.
I'm gonna put Sterling Brown as Han Solo.
Okay,
Sterling Brown.
I'm looking people up.
Yeah,
He's the guy from that show with Mandy
Oh
Moore.
yeah, from
This Is
Us.
Us.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
because he can be just sarcastic enough that he fits into like that kind of role, but he's also pretty he's pretty serious McGruff.
I don't know about that, but all right.
Okay, can
I
I?
want Shaq
Okay,
to be Chewie.
Should you say Shaq?
Yeah, I want
As
to put
Chewie?
Shaq. I want you to put Shaq in the Chewie suit.
Okay,
Make
okay.
like
That would be such a
like,
fantastic pick because
just
he
so
wouldn't
he's, like-
talk ever.
yeah, and he could do. I'm sure he could do a good Chewie roar and slap.
Okay, well if you're gonna put Shaq there, I want Nate Bargatze as C-3PO.
Okay, you got to refresh me on some of these people.
Okay,
Wow,
he's a
we're,
comedian. He's a comedian.
This is
Okay, I thought so.
no one's going to see this movie.
I would. Okay, so for Peter, or not, I was going to say Peter Gabriel. That doesn't even have anything to do with this. For Alec Guinness, for
We're
Obi-Wan.
recasting Genesis, by the way. Next, that's
it.
that's my next one.
Okay, so for Obi-Wan, am I legally authorized to use Ewan McGregor?
I don't think he's old enough.
We just,
I don't even.
but
think
we
you
can
could
make him look older.
I don't want that. That's
I
again,
do.
it's lazy.
Yeah, but he was
I
perfect.
just worked my ass off for Ocean's 11, a film I've
That's
watched
true.
once, and it was on behind me.
Okay. So I'm gonna Google old guy,
I like
old
that
actors.
you're taking most of the weight on this one, Andrew, because I'm terrible at casting stuff. I could never think of any actors. That's why I went with Shaq.
What voice would you do for Vader? You got to replace James Earl Jones.
It's gotta be a strong voice.
Strong,
Okay, hold up.
deep, powerful.
Yeah, and theoretically, like all of your good choices are either dead.
Yeah, or already in Star Wars.
Can I use David Attenborough?
Could you use David Attenborough for Darth Vader? It doesn't seem menacing enough.
He's not dead yet.
That
but
doesn't matter.
He's got such a beautiful voice.
He doesn't.
It doesn't have to be menacing.
Yeah, he
It's just
does.
got to be. No, it's just got to hit you with some deep, deep shit.
What
It's gotta be a little
what about
menacing.
James Earl
Well, who
Jones?
the-
Isn't remotely terrifying.
Well, who in the unholy shit would you cast there then, man? You're telling me to take away a legend.
I know.
That's
got
like saying,
recast doing
oh,
voices.
I know. In fact, I took him and put him in my movie.
Can I use Richard Attenborough? I don't even know if that guy's alive yet still.
I would.
That's his brother.
I
He's
would-
the guy from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's the same thing. I would.
Oh, he is dead.
Say, oh, is he?
Yeah, he died in August 2014.
I think we discussed this when we discussed
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
I would suggest that you could use Donald Sutherland in that role. I think that would fit. I think.
I hate him. I don't want to see him in anything.
I think that that Jeremy Irons would work really well for that. For
Jeremy
that
Irons, yes, that's a good one. I like that.
role. You use Scar for
Yeah.
Darth Vader. That's not a bad pick.
I
Okay,
think that's a really
I
good
just
one,
want to point to light that I googled David Attenborough,
Yeah.
and I got Emil Livingston, I got his brother, and then I got Emma Thompson, David Arquette,
Interesting.
Joan Collins, Simon Cowell. Like they're trying to give me just a real mashup.
It's all the British.
Bradley
actors.
Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper. as
Jeff
Luke Skywalker,
Goldblum.
Problem solved.
There we go. No, I don't want that.
You do
He's
Brad-
a
I
little
don't.
too old now.
You could do. I don't know if I'd want to see Bradley Cooper as Han Solo.
I could.
I've already cast Han Solo.
I know, but I don't like it.
Can I use Colin Hanks as
Colin Hanks would make a good C-3PO.
as Luke's? I was gonna say Luke Skywalker.
But you already cast Daisy Ridley in that role.
Well, you said I couldn't
No,
because it
I
was
said
lazy.
I said be easy on it, like,
No, I'm taking Daisy Ridley out,
and putting Colin
and
Hanks.
she
in
can
there.
she can direct it.
You don't
Yeah, I'll
think
put Colin
Hanks
Hanks.
is too old for that role?
That's what I was just thinking.
He
If I'm
looks
thinking of
pretty
the right
young.
one.
He looks pretty young.
Luke's a kid.
Luke's
He
supposed to be like
looks young,
17,
though.
I think.
Well, I don't know 17-year-old boys, Scott.
You don't have to.
I apologize that my 26-year-old man self doesn't know 17-year-old boys.
I was just telling
See
you what the
Disney
age of the
Channel.
character
Cast
was, so I was giving you
30-year-old
an
men who
idea.
look young.
That's
That's what I'm doing. Colin Hanks looks young as fuck.
He's got he's got forehead wrinkles.
So? He's got a baby face.
I really should look up who
I
Colin
guess
Hanks
if
is.
you,
I'm
I guess
blanking on who he
if
is.
you if you force him to be clean shaven and put some good makeup on him,
And the right haircut.
I think you'd be okay.
I find haircuts play a big part in whether an actor looks like the right age or not. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like, if you don't move that hairline the right direction, it can be a problem.
And then I want Alison Brie to play Princess Leia.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
She's got that sass.
That could work. I could see that.
So out of all of them, you got one that you could see.
No,
Cool. Nailed it.
I like most of your picks.
I don't know if most the best word to describe it. Some might be better.
Do I have to cast Uncle Owen now too?
And Aunt Beru.
Fuck.
And
Really?
every
You
can't
no,
do it.
I'm kidding.
I can't do it.
I was like, I'm looking at my Star Wars poster, and they're not even on it, and it's got every character.
Okay, so do we have to do the Emperor though?
Is he even in A New Hope?
He's not in The New Hope.
Is he not?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah,
I feel like you see him over hologram, don't you?
That doesn't count.
That's
I think
fair.
just
if we
reuse some
do, I
archive
believe
footage.
that's a re-edit.
Yeah,
If I'm
we'll just
recalling
reuse some.
correctly.
We'll reuse some archive footage.
And then for Grand Moff Tarkin, we're just gonna use Grand Moff Tarkin,
Obviously,
just like they
it's-
did.
Star Wars did it, so
Yeah, if they can do it in their own
They've
movies,
already got the file
why the
saved.
shit can't we do it?
we'll just
Okay.
we'll just take those things. I could see Colin Hanks as like an Imperial officer or something though.
I can see him as a guy just like leaning against like the water cooler, like we don't get paid enough for this shit. Like why? How did we get here?
Make it into like a redux of Spaceballs,
Yeah,
except closer to Star Wars.
yeah,
Yeah, that's,
I feel like that's back to Blue Harvest again.
yeah, fairly, pretty much.
yeah. Just
Okay, Scott, your turn. Hit us with it.
Okay, so I've liked that we've done some good ensemble ones. So I wrote down pirates.
See,
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I thought
Pirates
of
of the
that
Caribbean.
too.
Well, Disney's going to be doing it soon anyways, so I figure why not? I'm
Okay,
even
so
open to it being rebooted a little bit. So,
So
if you-
for this, do you just want Jack Sparrow,
Give me-
Will Turner?
the female lead who gets kidnapped, and then give me a villain.
Female lead, Maggie Lawson. Bring it on.
Help me. You gotta give me
Psych.
more-
Maggie
Again.
Lawson.
Okay.
Ugh. No.
No, you don't want-
See, I was thinking Daisy Ridley for that one.
Really? You don't want Juliet? I
Well-
could see her in that role.
She's not badass enough
She could be.
for me. Yeah, but she's not.
She's in other stuff.
I don't give her the badass card, whereas Daisy Ridley, I kind of do.
That's fair. That's fair.
I kind of like the Daisy Ridley idea too. I can
Plus,
see it.
everyone else is British. It would be weird to have an American woman with people with a British accent.
That would be half
fair,
the
too.
fun.
It would be like watching.
Would it be though?
I think it
It would be like watching The Prestige, where you have an Australian guy with an American accent who's just hanging out with a bunch of British people, and then Scarlett Johansson, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, that was a confusing one. I'll grant
Great movie, but like, what the fuck?
you. Yeah.
Okay, so I got Daisy Ridley
Yeah.
in the role of Elizabeth Swann. Okay, Jack Sparrow.
Good luck.
And I'm open to it being a new, like, I'm not saying it has to be Jack Sparrow. Just give me some kind of lead pirate that brings our co-lead into it. Does that make sense?
Okay, I fucking hate the guy.
I know where you're headed.
You know who I'm gonna say.
It's because
He's got the accent and the look.
It's because he's weird and British.
Yeah, he's got the accent and the look.
Like, tell me he wouldn't do a good job.
Oh,
like,
100%. But I would hate.
Do you guys
want to? I would hate
Russell
every
Brand.
Second
There
we go. Okay.
I hate him so much. But tell me he wouldn't fit the.
He could.
Fit the role.
I feel
he would do. He would do a better. Fuck. What's the name of the actor that plays him anyway?
Johnny Depp?
Yeah, he would do a better Johnny Depp than Johnny Depp in that role.
Yeah.
Like he would do a better impression than Johnny Depp actually does in those films. If that makes sense. He is the logical choice for that role. I have no idea why he wasn't picked.
Well, I feel I don't know about that, because Jack Sparrow's character is brought to life by Johnny Depp, so.
But Russell Brand could just very easily wake up as Russell Brand, put on pirate clothes, and show up on set and just talk like Russell Brand, and he would be Captain Jack Sparrow.
I don't know. I got a little resistance to this one.
No, it's the logical.
I see why you guys are thinking that.
It's the logical and easy pick.
I don't think it's logical as much.
Why?
Because it's like, well, it just fits because you're saying he's weird and they have the same kind of mannerisms.
Down to.
You saying it's lazy? To everything?
Down
to the existence?
Down to the everything. The facial
down
hair,
to the outfit.
The hair.
Who wears leather pants?
Well, I feel like that's just you're just pulling on add it very. I don't know. I feel like I don't like it. I can't see him as actually I don't believe him as being able to lead.
Put a fucking pirate hat on him, and you have.
If they were
making
Jack
Sparrow.
I see the parts you guys are saying
this movie
he can
tomorrow, this is what they would do.
I 100% disagree. They are recasting this soon, and I'm 100% sure this won't happen.
Unless they go in a very different direction.
I understand the parts you guys are saying. I'm saying I can't see him as the parts of Jack Sparrow that people do attach onto. I know you guys aren't the biggest fans of these ones, but if you
I like the first three.
I do. I like them. So
I really like the first.
The parts I agree that he could pull off the weird Jack Sparrow doing the weird run part, but the leading of being the captain of a ship, that's the part I can't see. Him, doing battle with freaking Davy Jones on a ship. Well, that's on the first one, but you know what I mean? Fighting ghost pirates, that's the part I can't see. I don't see him as the action part.
He could do the awkward win. He could do the part where the kind of the Jar Jar Binks it, where it just everything happens to go right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Where he tries to run away and he trips and some guy falls over the ship. He could totally win that way.
See, and that's where I think I just think it would change the character a little bit. I think it would make it too comedic of a character. It'd feel more of a spoof as opposed to this. Does that make sense?
So then who would you...
It's already 2 for 1 right now. You lose, Scott.
Who would you put in that role then, Scott?
Oh, so you guys wanted to retest the exact one.
Jesus.
I was hoping you would switch it up. Throw a lady in there. Throw some random person in there. Throw Jackie Chan in there for all I care.
Idris Elba. Problem solved.
There we go. That works too.
No, he's too busy filming James Bond.
Who's gonna
Fine,
this
then.
feels like
we'll get Daniel Craig to do it.
This feels like Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't think of a funny word for Caribbean. I'm the spoof of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Does that make sense? That I could see him being a part of, but a pirate franchise. I wanted you guys to make
It's
a
too bad.
movie.
It's Russell Brand. Okay, so moving on.
I don't even care about the rest of the cast. Then I really don't. I would not watch that movie. I think it's actually a terrible choice. I think he's just picking it just because they both can play weird. But it's you're forgetting about the other parts of Jack Sparrow's character.
Put Ewan McGregor in the role then.
See, I like that because he could do the weird part. If you do want to have it,
and
similar
he's got
to Jack
sword
Sparrow.
fighting experience.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
You don't even have to train the guy.
I just need someone who is a little bit more could toe the line. That's where Johnny Depp did a great job. I thought was I could believe him in those action roles, even though you'd never seen him in an action movie before that. But the little bit of action he did, and I agree, it was a little bit more. You know, he did get lucky with a lot of things. It wasn't he was the most skillful. He was just the most cunning. Well, I didn't expect my pirates love to come out so much for this, guys. I apologize.
Okay, so
I got very defensive about this one. I'm just realizing.
Who's gonna play Will Turner? Does it have to be a young guy, or can we have like I guess it has to be in the same
I
area
like the idea
as
of
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, because it's Daisy and someone who's younger than whoever we have decide on for the pirate.
Okay, I can't remember his name, but I want the guy who plays Jason in the Power Ranger movie.
Okay, I haven't watched that in like a year.
I can't remember his name.
Which Ranger is Jason?
He's the red one.
Okay, that's helping a little bit. I'm still blanking on his face. I'm thinking generic white guy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty generic white guy, yeah.
Yeah, it's coming from a generic white guy, so.
Jason
is
Geiger or Austin
Dacre
St. John.
Dacre Montgomery. Say Austin St.
I
John.
looked at the wrong one.
I was gonna say that's the original.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Dacre Montgomery.
There you go. That makes more sense.
Okay.
So
who's the villain?
First name's Dacre?
Dacre. Okay,
I have to say it that way,
so
too.
you mean you want Barbossa now?
Yeah, give me a Barbossa type. Again, you can give me a new villain if you want. I'm open to these things. I just wanted a new Pirates movie, guys.
All I know is in that what's the third one's name? Because it's not Dead Man's Chest, right? That's the second one.
Yes. I'm blanking at the moment.
Whatever the third one is, where they have like all the.
Yeah.
Is it the third one though? I think it's the third one where they introduce Calypso.
Yeah, that's what.
I kind of want Calypso to be played by. I am shit for names tonight. Hold up, give me a sec.
Yeah, this was not the day for us to all be blanking on names.
No, I am blanking hard on names, and I apologize. I'm usually decent with these things.
I'm always terrible at these things. Always, especially with names, especially with celebrity names.
What I think is funny is that we've just cast another Australian man in this movie.
What's wrong with Australian guys?
Well, we were just talking about accents being weird.
That's
I've
true.
got-
Okay,
I've
I want
British
Helena
people.
Barnum Carter to play Calypso down the road
Okay, I
because she could definitely do that role.
Yeah, I could see her being the weird.
Barbossa. I know it's kind of lazy, but I don't know if I want to be super fucking lazy though.
I'm okay with a little bit of laziness.
Like, am I allowed to recast use a character that was in a different?
Sure, it doesn't have to be Barbossa. Give me a
Pirates
villain
movie.
for this first Pirates movie.
Well, am I allowed to use a different, like an actor who's already been in one of the Pirates movies?
Oh, but in a different one? Sure, yeah, 'cause we're rebooting.
Can
it.
I
I'm
use
open to
Ian
that.
McShane as Barbossa?
Refresh me on who Ian McShane is.
He's the one who plays Blackbeard.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I like that.
Can I use him as Barbossa?
Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot him. He's in a bunch of stuff. Yeah, he's in American Gods. Yeah, no,
Okay.
that works. I'm cool with that.
And
He's fitting
then
there.
for Norrington, I kind of want it to be like
Oh, we're going that far.
like Stanley Tucci with a with a British accent,
That could work. Okay.
or you know what, Mark Strong. I changed it. I want Mark Strong. I just want a
That
bald
fits too.
guy. I want a badass bald guy. So I'm gonna go with Mark Strong for Norrington.
Okay.
And then those like the two dumb pirates.
Yeah.
I kind of want Sean Astin as one of them,
Okay.
as like the shorter, chubbier one.
Yeah.
And then like Gabe from The Office as the taller, dumb one missing the eye. He's getting a lot of love tonight. He fits a lot of weird
He's
roles.
come in a couple times.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I guess that's it.
I was gonna say
I'm not going to
you've
cast any of the pirates.
farther than I went. Yeah.
So there we go.
Sounds good. Who's up next then?
Okay, we're just going to do one more each then, okay?
Well, I've got nothing left. Nothing left
Okay,
in the
cool.
tank.
Nothing left to give. Okay, well, I'll keep it easy. I just want you guys to give me a good Fantastic Four casting.
Oh, see, this is funny because that was on my list. I knew this was going to be the
Okay,
one we
well,
had
then
a
I was going to do
crossover
Batman
on.
Begins. I'll do Batman Begins. That's my other one.
Okay, we'll do Batman. We'll do them both. We'll throw them both
Okay.
out there. We'll start with Batman Begins, then we'll
Okay.
do Fantastic Four.
So we need
Sounds good.
4 people for a Fantastic Four.
5, because you need a villain.
And the villain, yeah. Okay. And
It can be
so-
Galactus. It can be whoever. Silver Surfer, if you want. It can be. I was gonna say Doctor Strange. It's not Doctor Strange.
Okay, Michael Rooker.
Dr. Doom.
Michael Rooker is our villain.
Okay.
Easy pick.
Okay.
I don't care what he is.
Okay.
So wait, are we doing Fantastic Four first then?
Yeah,
or?
let's do Fantastic.
I guess so. I guess so.
This is the direction we're going. Okay.
Okay. Michael Rooker. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that as Doom.
So we got 4 people.
That's
Yeah.
the villain in Fantastic
Yeah,
Four.
I got that. Man. I've seen that movie
Okay.
more times than I've seen certain Marvel films recently. So,
Fair enough. That's fair.
I watched The Silver Surfer a lot when I was younger.
That surprises me.
Me too. Actually,
Surprised me
looking
too,
back on
actually.
it. Looking back on it. Oh man, 4. In keeping with casting certain actors in roles where you don't see a whole lot of them, I'm gonna put David Harbour in there.
Okay. As
Like
Mr.
Hellboy
Fantastic or The Thing?
As-
or the
as
Thing. I think he could do
As
a
the
good thing.
You could do The Thing. Yeah,
that's-
that'd
I
be
want
work.
to. I want to keep him in the.
Throw him in another
in the
costume.
role
Okay.
of like we don't get to actually see what you look like unless you're in a police uniform.
I like
Okay.
that. I love actors who end up like that. Like Doug Jones.
Okay.
I didn't learn what he looked like till like last year.
No one knows what Michael Rooker looks like.
That's true. I have no
Yeah.
idea what his eye color is.
Doesn't matter. It's in there
Doesn't
somewhere.
matter.
It really doesn't. I believe it's red.
It's probably red. It's red when he's blue.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
Who do we want as okay,
Sue Storm.
yeah, that's what I was
See,
just
that one's
thinking,
gonna.
Sue
That's the
Storm.
hard pick, I think.
Yeah?
I think so, because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so bad with female actresses. Well,
I've
that's what
been.
actresses are.
I've been swinging a resounding 0 on my choices for female actors tonight. So
Should we just go with like the one we've come up with, Daisy Ridley again?
I can't see
No,
that though.
she's already too busy with the other ones.
Yeah, no, and I couldn't see her doing that role either, but I also don't know that character from the comics as well. I only have those 2 interpretations to kind of work with.
Let's go Rosario Dawson because she's badass.
I like that. I like that. Then who would her brother be as Johnny Storm?
I don't know. Diego Luna? I don't know. Danny Trejo?
I actually kind
One
of
of them just looks a lot worse than the other.
I kind of like Diego Luna as the.
So that means
And then Timothy Olyphant as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, that could,
Have a slightly older crowd.
that could
I
work.
like it.
That could
I like
work.
a slightly more
'Cause
mature one.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking Colin Hanks, but I didn't really like that choice.
Well, I feel like with David Harbour as Ben Grimm, like you're gonna see him at some point. So it would be kind of weird to have a guy who looks like he's almost 50 teamed up with a guy who looks like he's like 17 and a half.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Timothy Olyphant as the.
I just like Timothy Olyphant.
Or-
I'm gonna put it out there.
Or you could do Josh Duhamel because they look the same.
They look very similar. And they've both been in action roles, so it's kind of
Yeah, you could toss that one up.
yeah. Okay, cool. So now we're all gonna team up and we're gonna cast Batman Begins.
Okay, so I've never
Batman
seen
Is that the game?
the film.
Okay, well, cast Batman for me. And because Ben Affleck's not Batman anymore, you're allowed to use him.
Well, that's my first choice then.
There we go. Perfect. Perfect.
That was
I approve.
that was easy. Just put that bow on a T for me.
I very much approve. Loopholes.
Manufactured loopholes. But loopholes.
Hey, it works. Still counts. Okay, who do we want to be our
So this Batman's
Be our
beginning
Alfred.
his career in Batman at 50.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Don't ask questions.
Just making sure.
CGI, motherfucker.
True that.
We never said what era we were recasting this in.
That's
it.
fair. That's
We're
fair.
picking Ben Affleck from like his golden age. I don't know.
So instead of doing Daredevil,
So now?
we did Batman
so,
Begins.
So now.
Okay, so who are we gonna have as our Alfred?
James Earl Jones.
I was just thinking that too. I was just thinking, would be lazy and be James Earl Jones? Because I would actually, he would be a great Alfred, I think. He's got that sass, like
Yeah.
the authority, but you should also see him as being like, the like
He
kind
can
of
do
mentor,
shit.
fatherly
Yeah.
figure that Alfred
Okay.
tends to be.
Okay.
It'd be a soft role for James Earl Jones.
It very much would be, but he's getting older, so he doesn't.
Well, I mean, you don't really see much of Michael Caine either
That's true.
That's fair.
in those. He just kind of shows up and makes a couple snarky remarks.
like, why do we
Well,
follow
at least
Mr.
when it breaks,
Wayne?
you'll have backups.
Or what's with all those push-ups you do every morning if you
Yeah.
can't even? lift
What's
a
the point of
beam?
doing all those push-ups if you can't even lift a log?
That one was kind of my favorite. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
there's a fire going on, and you're sassing
Dude, he just
Batman.
got knocked the fuck out. Okay, give him a minute. And you're 85. Why are you still the butler? Retire, bro. Okay, so you got him. Who are we gonna have as our Ra's al Ghul? Can we use Michael Rooker again?
Yeah, I'm down for that. That works.
Okay. Man, this is the easiest casting
We've
ever.
already done the hard work, remembering all these people.
That's true. So are we gonna just automatically put Daisy Ridley in there instead of? No. Okay.
No, that'd be weird. Well, yeah, that'd be weird. I don't know where she'd fit in, to be honest, in Batman Begins.
No.
Especially with
Unless we could make her look significantly older, she definitely wouldn't fit into the Rachel Dawes character.
yeah,
Colby
no.
Smulders.
Say Kobe Smulders.
I'm just picking names of people that
That
we've
we
already
already
picked.
listed. I like that actually. That could work a little bit with the.
Yeah. Okay.
If we de-age Ben to like 30, it works. Lines up.
Yeah. And then I kind of want to see like Schmidt play
Yes.
play as like the Scarecrow.
Okay.
I could see that.
Who's Gordon?
Ooh, can I reuse Gary Oldman? 'Cause
Yeah, I
he's
was hoping
fucking
you'd say
perfect.
that.
There has never been like, actually, you know what? Him or J.K. Simmons.
I like J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
as well,
Simmons
yeah.
would be a good pick.
Both of them were fantastic Gordons. Gary Oldman has beautiful hair though,
That's true.
so
That's true.
I kind of want to still go with Gary Oldman.
And we recast it.
And there we go. I really just like Schmidt as the
I like
Scarecrow.
that a lot.
Just as a guy, just yelling about stuff.
Max Greenfield's a good pick.
Yeah. Are you afraid of me?
He'd be fantastic. I wouldn't be able
You
to get
use
past-
my hair, Chutney.
much like watching Into the Spider-Verse and listening to Jake Johnson talk for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all I can hear. All I
Yeah.
can hear is Nick. All I can hear is
all you
Nick.
see is Nick like sitting on the couch, like eating chips,
Exactly.
reading his script. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like.
Oh man. Anyway, I think that's it. We're done, right? We're on
There
to-
we go.
Yeah, we
We
recast. all those
recasted
movies.
Hollywood, and it only took us almost an hour.
Yeah,
Now it's
like
time to dive
15
into what we
actors.
watched this week.
Who wants
I
to
mean,
start?
yeah, we recast like half a dozen guys, and that's it.
A very small pool to pull from, apparently.
Hey. If you're working and you're good, why change it up, right?
And that's
Who
it.
needs
Thank-
who needs new people?
Thanks, Michael Rooker. Haven't seen much of you lately.
I've seen a lot of him lately for someone I'd never heard of before.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. So which one of us
Okay.
wants to begin with the what we watched this week?
Well, mine is long because mine contains multiple weeks
Right.
All right, you started
missed
off
last
then.
week.
due to technical difficulties.
Yeah, you weren't the only one, man.
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened here?
I got the Cliff Notes version because that was the only way to get them
Because you weren't
because I wasn't there.
Well, I mean, you could have listened to the episode.
That's true. So, what I watched over the last 2 weeks. That's a long name for a segment. Well, I went and got Into the Spider-Verse
Yeah.
last week as a birthday gift to
Coincidentally
myself.
on my list as well.
Yeah. And I really liked the story. The story was amazing.
Well, I'm
the
glad.
animation gave me a fucking migraine.
Oh man.
If I'm being
Yeah,
honest,
that's the
like,
part I was a little disappointed in. But
I
I'm
watched-
also like, I get it.
I watched it in both 4K and regular,
Yeah.
and they both gave me wicked migraines.
I'm so disappointed.
And
'cause
I-
that's
and
like
I
the
really
best part of the movie.
I liked the animation style. I liked that it literally looked like a 3D comic book.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was too bright for me, I think. I watched it in the light, I watched it in dark.
Interesting.
And
'cause
both
I thought it
times,
was dark and
migraines.
purple.
Like, I found the colors very vibrant and, like, shocking.
I could see
And
that.
it gave me a headache. And I did not like the headache. However, I love the story. I love the voice casting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
I love that Liev Schreiber was the Kingpin.
yeah,
I
it was
love
pretty
him.
Great. Yeah.
But overall, I really liked the movie. If I had like put on sunglasses and just shut my eyes and listened, I really would have liked the movie even more.
So yeah, I'm actually curious if you need like to just put like some kind of like sunglasses on, or if like to like there's a setting on your TV maybe to like dull it down a bit. Cause
Maybe it
I
was
could
just
see what you mean though. Like I know what you mean when you're like saying like the colors a little vibrant. I could understand this having like a warning at the beginning, being like you could maybe have a seizure during.
Yeah,
this
if
movie.
you're epileptic,
Yeah.
maybe just
maybe skip this one.
Maybe just listen. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not an expert on those things, but it seems like it
If
has
you're
that.
epileptic, put on your sunglasses.
It's a lot to like process, so it's like I could see. I understand definitely. There's been movies that I've experienced. Speed Racer was a little bit like that for me, but it was just because
Okay,
there's
yeah.
so much color going on in the background that it's just like, oh damn, okay. But it was this one. It was okay because I could see what the shapes were. But
The
in
only
Speed
other movie I
Racers-
can like remember having like getting that bad of a headache watching like
Yeah.
just from the movie was like Spy Kids 3D.
Oh yeah, and
That is the
3D stuff,
only
yeah.
other movie I can remember it being
That was
like
old 3D too.
fuck.
That was back before we had the good 3D stuff.
Like this is how brain tumors happen.
Yeah.
It's from watching way too much Sylvester Stallone. Jesus.
Aneurysm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched that. I watched Thor Ragnarok
Nice. Same here.
at the shop because crushing some of their Marvel movies before we get into Endgame.
Yes, sir.
Thor Ragnarok still holds up.
Oh, I love that one. It's one of the ones I rewatched the most. It's so funny. Like
And Secret Time, probably top 3 best Marvel movies.
oh, I'd probably agree with that.
I watched Aquaman 412 times because I had it playing at the shop most of last week since it came out early at Giant Tiger in Camelford. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you putting it on sale on the Friday before it comes out on the Tuesday. Great
That
movie.
sounds like a mistake.
Yep, total mistake. I'm not complaining about it though.
No, you shouldn't.
Great fucking movie.
Yes.
Still no use for Nicole Kidman in that movie.
Fair.
Didn't need her. Also, his dad, I forget his name, like the actor. I always forget that he exists. Like, I know that he was fucking Django Fett.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's kind of
And he's the dad of Moana. Like, he's in so many things. And he's just a guy. Like, he just comes across as just a dude who's just like, yeah, I'm Polynesian, throw me in there.
yeah.
But it turns out, like, he's actually like a big fucking name.
Yeah, no, he's been in a bunch of shit, but he does
Yeah.
have that feel of just a guy. Like
Yeah.
even though he was a big part of
Like,
movies of our childhood, like
I think it's because, like, he's handsome, but he's not, like, overly handsome.
definitely he's got like a normal guy look to him.
Yeah. He's like, I don't even know.
Maybe it's also because we saw so many of his faces growing up in the Clone
Maybe.
Wars. Just
Maybe.
hundreds and thousands of his face just CGI'd everywhere.
I feel like he's like Tom Cruise, you know, where he's like, yeah, he's handsome. Like, you wouldn't argue it, but you'd never be like, he's the most good-looking dude on the face of the planet.
Yeah, if Idris Elba walked in, you'd be like, well, no, there he is.
Oh, there he is, that beautiful, mocha, gorgeous man. So I watched Aquaman.
Nice.
I'm rewatching Community at the shop because I'm never going to stop watching that show. And
Yeah, I
if you
was
have
gonna
a
say,
problem with it,
It's been
go fuck
not
yourself.
that long. It's only been a couple months since you did that last, hasn't
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah, and I recycled.
That's fair.
Okay.
8 hours, 9 hours a day at the shop with
Yeah.
stuff on. So yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
between 8.5 and 9 hours. So I need something.
No, that
Usually I
makes
can crush a
sense.
season of something a day. So
Like those shows that you're able to put on there. Makes
yeah, I need
sense,
something
yeah.
I can throw on for 2.5 to 3 hours and only hit play a couple of times.
Yeah, and not be too distracted either.
Yeah,
like
not something where I
yeah.
want to be like, huh? Oh shit, sorry, dude. You got
Yeah.
no eyebrow. Whoopsies. Speaking of
No, this cuts off
distractions.
free.
Yep. So I also had Seinfeld
Oh,
going because I have the box set of that for the shop.
I thought you didn't like Seinfeld.
And I'm not a huge fan.
Okay, all right.
It's good background noise. And for some reason, people over the age of 44 love Seinfeld. Think it's the best thing to ever come.
Everyone loves Seinfeld, and then I'm like, oh, it's okay. I've just never really gotten
It's
that into it.
tolerable.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
tolerable.
it's a show
I've
about
heard this
nothing.
thing-
What do you want from it?
Well, that's where I
It's-
struggle with it because I'm like, I need something.
So I made a mistake a couple weeks ago of saying some things that I probably shouldn't have said to people who I probably shouldn't have said it to. Craig was there. And I made the comment that if you don't understand Family Guy jokes, you're probably just not smart enough to understand them.
oh, that's not fair.
Yeah,
God, I
it
bet
came
you
out.
can guess who was in the room.
Oh, I know exactly what was in the room.
Yeah, it came out before I had a chance to put it through the
The
my
filter,
very loose
yeah.
filter
I
system.
forgot. I've
And
never.
after it came out, I kind of had to just be like, "Well, I fucking said it."
I've
There's
never
no
removed
backpedaling
myself
now.
from an opinion so quickly in my
yeah.
entire.
It's,
Yeah.
It's like,
However,
who
I'm
are you? I don't know.
However, I'm going to amend it and be like, if you think Seinfeld is one of the best shows ever made, you're just not smart enough for the rest of the world. Because it's a very subpar show, and it's just stupid background
But it
noise.
was so
That's all
different
it
from
can
all the
be.
other stuff that existed.
You know what else is different from a lot of stuff that existed? Most pornos. None of those get critically acclaimed.
Well, they've got their own awards.
yeah.
Seinfeld is subpar. I said it. I'm standing by it.
I
don't think the
Kendall,
porn people are sitting
Sam,
around going.
I apologize.
so funny.
I apologize for
forgot.
saying it. I said it. It happened. Kendall still hasn't let me forget it. She's never going to. I'm pretty sure she's going to pull that shit out on our wedding night. Like, do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? You should ask him because I'm not smart enough. I can guarantee she pulls something out
I'm
like
gonna
that.
lose it. Lose it.
I can guarantee it comes. And you know what? I deserve it because I fucked up.
Yeah.
It happened. Okay.
Slightly ignorant statement.
Yeah, so going from comedy to subpar comedy back to comedy. I've been watching Friends.
Oh, talk about a show
it's
that's
funny.
overrated. Oh my god.
Well,
Yes.
it's really funny you guys mentioned that,
It is
'cause-
fantastic background noise, but nothing really important happens. I
Oh,
laugh
never.
maybe once an episode, but I get really excited seeing all of the celebrity guests who
Yeah,
come on
the
from
cameos are
early
great.
on.
yeah.
Like right from season 1, they get a lot of big names who just show up. I'm on season 3 right now, and I've seen easily a dozen big name people.
Oh yeah, they got Julia Roberts in the first season and some others. I know that's the biggest one.
bunch
One
of
of the biggest ones in
other
the first season.
people.
Yeah, other people.
They got
Well, I was trying to get the right
actors.
seasons. I'm like, I know Brad Pitt's in like the 6th season, and like
Yeah.
I can hop all over the place.
Charlie
but-
Sheen is season 2. So is Magnum.
Yep. Right. Yep. Tom Selleck. He's
Yep.
in there, but he comes in a couple times. He's almost like a
Yeah,
recurring
yeah.
guy.
He's there. He's there for quite a while.
Yeah.
I fucking love Janice. I hate her voice, but I love Janice.
I like her as a character, like just because
She's a sweetheart.
yeah, and she just she's very honest and just
Well, especially when when Chandler he dumps her so many times in season 1.
yeah.
And then season 2, all of a sudden he's just like, no, she's the one for me. And he's just so madly in love. And I'm like, you know what? You should keep her around. Monica's cool and everything. I know you guys get together and adopt some kids, but she's really cool. She's cool. She's better than Rachel. I fucking hate Rachel so much. Joey, I like him at the beginning. I know at the end they dumb him down a lot. And I'm not ready for them to dumb him down because he's just so fucking stupid. Love me some Phoebe. I'd say she's probably my favorite character. Followed by Chandler, followed by Ross, followed by Monica, followed by Joey,
I think
followed by
that's,
Gunther,
that's the right order.
Followed by Elliot Gould.
I like.
So that's their
putting,
parents.
I like putting
Them-
Gunther
then-
and Elliot Gould above that.
Yep.
That is
And then Rachel.
That is the correct. You know what? You're right. That is the correct order. I'm not 100% sold on Phoebe that high up on the list.
I love
I'd
Phoebe.
Put Phoebe and Chandler like side by side, but that is the correct order of Frank's characters.
Yeah. I put some thought into it, as you can tell. I'm sure the actor who plays Gunther is sitting at home right now just like, wow, I made the list. So I also watched Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Nice.
and Evangeline Lilly should get her own spin-off movie. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm sure.
I don't think I need to explain why, because she's awesome.
Well, it's kind of funny you say that because she disagrees.
Well, I disagree with her disagreeing, okay?
That's fair.
She probably doesn't watch Family Guy. So, speaking of someone who probably
you don't
doesn't watch...
retract that one?
Speaking of someone who probably doesn't watch Family Guy, because there's no way she would understand it, I also watched Amy Schumer's latest comedy special.
Did
You guys keep doing
at
this.
least-
And by
did you
listening,
at
I was
least
driving.
Chuckle like a couple times, cause make me feel better.
I
about
laughed.
myself.
I
Thank
laughed
you.
once, like 10 minutes in.
Yeah, I laughed a couple times. Some of it was
I
too
couldn't-
much for me.
I couldn't honestly remember the joke. It's
I can't either because it wasn't memorable.
it's gonna bug the shit out of me. It was something to do with her pregnancy, I
Yeah,
think.
those are the ones that I laughed.
It was something, and she made one that I was like that I actually had an audible laugh, and then the rest of it I was like, meh.
Yeah, I laughed a couple times, but
You're like a younger version of Chelsea
which I
Handler.
don't like at all. So
Yeah. For someone we don't like, she makes a lot of verbal guest appearances on this show.
The people and things we don't like make a lot of appearances on this show.
That's true. Just because we need to solidify them and things that we don't like. But you know who I do like? Nate Bargatze.
Oh yes, you need some.
I listened to him
Melchizedek.
3 times in 2 days
I've only done it once.
because I drove to
Only
Kendall's
once.
and then I drove home from Kendall's the next morning and then I went back to Kendall's that afternoon after work and I listened to him each way and I laughed at different parts every time and I cried once.
So
I cried twice that night, but that's a different story.
Not for the podcast.
Oh, you're not even the guy I came out here with. And I think it's just the way he says his punchlines. Like, you know, like he's pointing out the funniness in things that are already funny, and I love it. I watched John Q, or more specifically, I watched about half of John Q, and then my beloved Kendall told me it wasn't for her, and it was just unrealistic, and I was like, what? And that's exactly how that went, because that movie is spectacular and deserves all of the awards. All of the awards. But I'm not going to say she doesn't watch Family Guy, because I love her. And I've already said it once, and I don't need to say it again. Because I'll probably end up dead.
and you keep
I
doing
love that that's our new expression.
Speech.
You keep going back to that. Back to that.
Speaking
well, man.
of,
stop it.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill
There's
in
bacteria in that water. Stop it.
He's
Gonna
trying to
get
do the
E.
comedy rule
coli.
of 3, you know, where it's you do it 3 times,
Yeah.
and then you keep doing it like 30 more times,
Yeah.
and then it comes funny again.
Absolutely. So I also watched Deadwood, an HBO special that was only on for 3 seasons, and I'm about halfway through season 2,
It's got
and
a
this
movie coming
show
up.
should have gotten way more seasons.
Yeah, it's
It
got a
is
movie
so
coming up
good.
though.
Yeah, it is so good.
I didn't mean to check it out because I like the lead guy. I believe we talked about him before.
Ian
so-
McShane
Yes, is he the
and
he's the
Timothy
lead guy.
Oliphant.
I believe-
Those
I
are
don't-
both people that we've cast.
Yep, and the guy who plays Meatloaf in Bat Out of Hell.
Okay,
He's
off
in
on
it
that
as a
one.
main guy. And Lassie's in the first couple episodes as a New Yorker who they call the Dude,
There's gotta be some copyright problems there.
which is pretty cool. Well, he's the New York Dude, and they just call him the Dude a couple times.
Does the dude abide though? And
The dude does not
and
abide.
is he really obsessed with his rug? Pulled the room together, did it not?
Oh fuck! Who else is in that show? Oh, they have
Better not be
it's gonna
Jeff
bug the shit out of
Bridges.
me. No.
Because then that is poorly cast.
That would be hilarious though if he's the one who's like he's the dude and you'd be like, oh shit, he's not the dude.
That'd be like casting Kenny G as a janitor.
Ooh. So they also have Nick Offerman in it for like an episode, and you get to see his penis.
That's not a selling point.
Yeah, I was like,
No.
why do you say you get to?
Why would you? That 3-letter word is
shows up-
unnecessary. That should be a you see his penis.
Yeah.
You see his fully erect penis, which I'm pretty sure is a prosthetic, because it's as big as the American God penises, and you're like, what the? Why are you showing me his boner right now?
Half the time
This
they're
did
actually
not need to
CGI.
happen.
Yeah. Most of the time
Yeah.
they're CGI, actually.
Yeah. I think they actually have to have it like a specific size. Like it has to fit within a certain repertoire to be seen on TV.
Yeah, otherwise you just wouldn't see
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. Because, like, why would you want to see a not that they're appealing at all, but, like, no one who
Why are we
might be
talking
into it
about
wants
this?
to see, like, a
Let's
3-incher.
stop. Let's just move past
Anyways,
that.
so speaking of depressing things, the only other thing I watched was a couple of MLB games where I get to see heartbreaking losses to my Cubs.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a fan of the Cubs.
We win opening.
every
Fuck
sports-
you.
once every
Fuck
108 years.
You. It happened. I saw it in my lifetime. You might have seen it in yours, but you were a baby. You don't remember that shit.
Once every
They lost
108 years.
8-0 the other night, and then somehow come back and they lose 11-10. You can score 10 runs and you still lose?
That sounds like
Fuck.
the Jays a couple years ago, but that's okay because there's no one plays for the Jays anymore.
No, they get rid of
just
their guys that you
traded
recognize.
everybody. It's
Everybody.
It's fine.
Well, and that's baseball.
Baseball.
America's pastime.
Absolutely. But on the bright side, we're up 3-2 over the Braves right now.
Heavens.
So what did you guys watch?
Craig, why don't you go first?
Well, I watched some baseball.
Of course.
It's got to be on the list. Not much though. Okay, since we're on this path, I was watching and I'm impressed now. So Scott, I'm sure you haven't watched much baseball. Andrew, how much Sportsnet baseball did you watch last year?
Sportsnet?
Yeah, like did you watch the Jays at all?
A couple games here and there. I wouldn't say half.
So okay, so
I'd say a fair amount.
Who does the Cubs broadcast? Is it Fox or
I couldn't honestly tell you off the
Okay.
top of my head.
how do they do their strike zone?
I couldn't honestly tell you off the top of my head.
Well, Sportsnet used to do this their electronic strike zone to show you where the pitch was on the side, like above the
Okay.
score. And
Yeah.
so it would have like the position and the speed. And the best
Yeah.
part about watching Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN was that they would like overlay the strike zone on the on the field so that you could see it like at the player. So when the pitch comes in, you would see the pitch heading for the strike zone and then a little circle would show up where the pitch actually hit. Sportsnet started doing that. I like that.
I like
that
that
was a
shit.
broadcasting note for Sportsnet. Good for you guys. That's what I
Good
really
job,
like.
guys.
That and
Check
Dan,
mark.
That and Dan Schulman are the reasons I loved watching Sunday Night Baseball, and they usually have good teams. And now Sportsnet has Dan Schulman and the Strike Zone, so now they just need a good team to play, and
So not the Cubs.
or the Jays. That was a dig at the Jays.
Maybe the Tampa Bay Devil
Yeah,
Rays.
probably not since they don't exist anymore.
Nope.
Just the Rays.
I was just going with something that rhymes with Jays,
There you
okay?
go. That works for me. So I watched a little bit of baseball. We already talked about Nate Bargatze's special. I loved it, but I need to watch it again.
Absolutely.
I watched Into the Spider-Verse and had no issues with it, so
That's
that was
good.
positive. What I did
Was this your first
no-
time?
That was the second time I've seen it.
Okay, you did see it. in
I
theaters,
saw it
okay.
in theaters, and I really
wasn't
liked
sure.
it. The second time through is obviously never going to be as good because you already know
Yeah, a lot of the
all of the really good plot points, like the whole movie about like there's the multiple universes and they have to go through and save it, and then he figures it out at the end. Like that's all common storytelling.
Mhm.
But the little the little curveballs they throw at you, like Uncle Aaron, and the fact that Gwen already knew who he was from beforehand just makes that scene a little bit different. So those parts are a little bit not quite the same, but
Or like the fact that Doc Ock isn't like a different Doc Ock. Like
Yeah.
you see that character beforehand.
that too comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, that
Right.
one that one came out of nowhere, but like knowing that
Yeah.
when you rewatch it,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kinda
yeah. You're
interesting.
like, oh yeah, well, it's like we already know what's gonna happen here. So
Yeah.
that part, like, it's obviously never going to be as good, but it's still a really good movie, and I really like it.
Oh yeah.
I watched another episode of Arrested Development, the new season. Still good. Still making me laugh.
Well, that's good.
Obviously. Sam and I watched this. I watched the tail end of this documentary. I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna think it was called Cheer Squad. Not my thing, but it follows a
No, you're not into that sort of
it
thing?
follows a Guelph Cambridge professional cheerleading team to the world's competition where they lose, and all of the related drama.
Because they're from Guelph,
They're
Ontario?
from Cambridge. I was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. But I thought it was kind of cool that it was Cambridge. But it's just like typical what you would expect from watching a cheerleading squad in a reality television show.
How
My
in the fuck did
ex-girlfriend
she
was one
get
of
you
those
to agree to
girlfriends.
watch
It
that,
was
though?
on, and there was food in front of me.
Is that all it takes?
That's all it takes,
Sometimes.
man. I'm moving off this topic. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I watched
Good call,
this
because she might be there soon.
right behind me.
Smart man for moving on.
Watched this movie. We watched this movie.
She doesn't watch Family Guy, so it's
She
fine.
doesn't watch Family Guy. We are not talking about that anymore either. We watched this.
You might not
We
be.
watched this movie, Music and Lyrics. Have either of you seen that film with
It sounds
Never
familiar.
heard of it.
Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore?
No.
It sounds familiar.
It was pretty good.
From back in the day, right?
I think I know the
Yeah.
cover, to be honest.
It's
They're
about,
sitting next to each other on a piano.
It's about a guy from an '80s pop band that he writes music, and
Yeah.
he's kind of washed up, and he needs a
Yeah,
lyricist.
yeah. I remember watching it back in the day.
Yeah,
It sounds very vaguely familiar. Like I might have watched it in high school with the
Yeah.
high school.
More
girlfriend.
importantly, Nick Bacon plays the pop bass player, so that's pretty cool. His name is Bacon. That's probably the best
Like
part.
Kevin
Brad
Bacon?
Garrett, yeah.
yeah. Brad Garrett's in it too.
Yeah.
So we watched that, and we watched another movie I'd never seen before, 10 Things I Hate About You, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And did you throwing me off here? Heath Ledger. That's what it was. I've never seen Heath Ledger in anything that wasn't a Batman movie.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that movie.
No?
Yeah, that one's a little too chick.
I can give you 10 things I hate about it.
Ooh, do that.
I'm not going to do that.
No?
No,
No, I don't want to spark potential fights by having you agree with anything I say.
It's fine. That's what we call delayed punishment.
Yeah, I don't want you to get punished. So, I hate that movie. Does that count as 10?
That's enough for me.
yeah,
And
it's count me as the other 9.
Yeah.
well, I watched some Trailer Park Boys too, but that's all I've watched this week.
Your list sucked, Craig. I'm going to be honest. Your list was awful.
That's like a weekly thing for me.
That is terrible.
I watched Nate Bargatze. What do you want from me?
1 out of 10 is bad.
There's not even 10 things on this list. Arrested Development's good. Into the
Scott,
Spider-Verse is
Scott, what
good.
did you watch?
Okay, well, my list isn't too long. I watched all my normal stuff. You guys don't want to hear about that. But I also spent Saturday doing a little bit of Marvel movie catch-up. I was just watching a few of my favorite ones. So I watched the first Avengers movie. I watched Thor Ragnarok as well, because that one's great. I watched Civil War, and then I watched Infinity War again. Yeah, and those were all great. I love rewatching those. And yeah, excited for Endgame. Anyways, what else did I watch? I watched
I thought that was it. And I was like, that was the fastest recap I have ever heard.
It's almost at the end. I literally just have
Tell me more, tell me more.
I just have some trailers written down pretty much.
Did not watch that this week.
Which trailers, Scott?
So I watched
Is Endgame one of them?
Endgame is one of them. They released a new little like special look, which pretty much gave us a summary of what's going to happen for the first like 15 to half an hour of the movie, I think.
Yeah, we find out that Hawkeye's priority after his family probably died was to go get a weird haircut and get a sleeve tattoo.
A full sleeve.
A full sleeve. Not even like I miss my family. Like a full fucking sleeve.
Like he was in the chair for definitely. What would you say, Andrew? You've got more tattoos than I do.
I'd say it was like 3 sittings, minimum 6 hours each.
That sounds like that. So he took a full 18 hours out of his revenge scheme to
get tattoos, plus the 25 minutes it took for his haircut. Priorities, I guess. I can go kill the guy who did this, or
I could stop at the tattoo
or I can redo
barber.
my look. Like, I can't wait to find out what their reasoning for the tattoo is.
I'm very curious about it,
that's
too.
it. And if they don't say it, I am going to be fucking livid.
Yeah, no, someone's got to bring it up. I want freaking, like, Don Cheadle to be like, what is going on?
What the shit are you doing?
Wait,
I want him to go Marty
is
Khan
Rhodey
on
still
his
around?
ass.
I can't remember if Rhodey's still around now or not.
He is.
Okay. Yeah.
Rhodey's still around.
Oh, yeah, Spore Machine's there, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just blanking. It's so hard for me to keep track of them sometimes. But yeah,
There's too many.
I watched that trailer, and I also watched the Joker trailer, which came out today, the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
That's been my feeling about this movie as well. The trailer didn't do too much for me.
No.
I'm a little curious. I'm still not sure if I'm seeing it in theaters yet, though.
I still hear from a lot of people that they're excited for it, and I think the problem is they associate the Joker period with the Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah, that's.
And they just think that is the Joker.
That's the
and
only
that's
type
the
of Joker
be all and end all.
Yeah.
There's no other Joker, so they think that every Joker is going to be that Joker.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, my problem
doesn't
is
do it for me.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit too like, oh, what if the Joker was in the real world? And I'm like, I don't want that.
To
That's
me,
just
it kind of
crazy
looks like,
people.
oh, what if he actually is deranged, as opposed to having like a hyper realistic view on like what the world is.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like he hears voices and just goes crazy.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm like, this is kind of why I like not having a Joker origin story.
Exactly.
Because you could kind of just make it up yourself.
Exactly. Or he could
It's
make
like-
it up like and change it every 5 minutes, which is one of the things
Yeah.
people loved about the Heath Ledger one was he didn't have an origin, and now they want to watch an origin. It's like, wait, what?
Well, it's the same as the people who bitched about Batman vs Superman being too long, who are psyched about the 3-hour runtime for Endgame. It's just they don't know what they want until they're told they want it.
That's fair. Yeah, but
Just like you don't know you want to watch a cheerleading documentary until it's put on in front of you and food is given to you, apparently.
or you're told about it on a podcast.
That's it.
I didn't add it to my list.
God damn it, Scott. What else did you watch?
Yeah, that's kind of it, guys.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Yeah, I didn't want to give you guys all the regular, stuff I watch on the weekly. So, Flash, all that fun stuff. Flash actually wasn't one of them, but anyways.
Yeah, because it's on hiatus again.
Yeah, for whatever freaking reason.
So sick of it. So sick of it.
Yeah, they wonder why not everybody keeps up with these things. It's
I
like,
don't
well,
want 6 weeks off, 2 weeks on, and another 3 weeks off for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, especially since it's only coming back for 4 more episodes, I think.
Yeah, it's almost done.
Yeah.
At this point, for 24 episodes throughout the year, it's on TV for 33 weeks.
Yeah, it's.
What's the fucking point?
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with you on that one. It's just a little. We are getting to that saturation point. I'm slowly agreeing.
You're catching up to me.
I am.
Yes.
This one with the Joker trailer coming out, and I'm like, oh, we've gotten to the point where they're so sick of comic book ones. We're taking them out of the comic book worlds and just putting them in the real world again. I'm like, well, no, I didn't want that. I want comic books.
That's the reason I didn't like that Joker. Damn it.
I want a Joker who has Joker gas. Okay, guys? I want him to freaking have acid in a flower
I want
on
a
his
lapel
suit.
acid.
That's my Joker. So I'll have to go rewatch the animated series.
Yep, I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it. Thanks for listening this week, guys. We appreciate it. Well, I'm glad that I'm back.
Yes.
It was good to rant.
We're glad that we made it all the way through the episode without losing connectivity, really. This is
What'd you say?
so
Haha.
it's a win for us.
Hopefully it was a win for you guys, too.
Thanks for
See you
listening.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.